Welcome back to Stadium Hotdog. This series, Archie's Football Grounds of London, will be based on the Scottish engineer Archibald Leitch and how pivotal his football grounds were to the development, histories as well as identities of the football clubs that he worked with during the early 20th century. Millwall Athletic, or the Lions, were in 1909 in the Southern League, albeit in a precarious position with a proud tradition. Millwall were the Dockers team based in the Isle of Dogs, established in 1885 by Scottish workers at a jam factory. The lease on their North Greenwich ground was about to end, and the aim for the club was to build a new ground in a more central location, with Leitch leading the project. Millwall only moved a few miles away, however the distance seemed further away as their new home was on the other side of the river. New Cross had a dense population, and 3 suburban railway stations were close by to the ground. The development posed a challenge for Leitch, as the ground was sandwiched in a triangular site, with the boundaries being formed by the railway lines. There was only one accessible road at the Coldblow Lane end. The ground's limitations would prove to be unique in establishing the den, aptly named and referred to by visiting reporters at the time. Millwall didn't have the capital or demand for architectural expression at the den, however the club were regular clients of Leitch's company. In October 1910, the den was opened officially by the then FA president Lord Kinnaird. By 1920, after Millwall joined the Football League, Leitch further developed the den, partially covering the 3 other sides of terracing at the ground, and built offices as well as a club area behind the Coldblow Lane end. After the modifications, a record crowd of 48,672 in a cup tie against Derby in 1937 would see Millwall go on a run to the semi-final. The Lions were in Division 3 at the time. Millwall continued to work with Leitch's company after the Second World War. Archie died in 1939, however his son Archibald Kent Leitch continued to run the company. The majority of the work between 1947 to 1949 involved reconstructing parts of the ground after extensive bomb damage during the Second World War and a fire in the main stand which was caused by a discarded cigarette. Apart from minor alterations at Craven Cottage, the den was one of the last football stadium projects carried out by the Leitch Company before they ceased trading in 1955. The den was replaced by the new den in 1993, a short distance away from the old ground, and just like with the original den, was designed by Scottish architects, the Miller Partnership. The new den was England's first purpose-built, all-seated football stadium. Millwall's new home, just like their old one, was in a familiar setting in an almost triangular site surrounded by industry and 2 railway lines, with a solitary road leading towards the stadium. There are also plans to redevelop the new den and the surrounding area. Watch this space. Thank you for tuning in to Stadium Hotdog. Please like, subscribe and spread the word. Also, please share your thoughts and memories and let me know what you think. Catch you next time.